Formula One has seen plenty of circuits rotate in and out of its calendar. Some vanish quietly, others stage dramatic returns. But one question still nags at longtime fans. Why hasn't Sepang, one of the most highly regarded tracks in the world, made a comeback? Even if you're not a fan of Hermann Tilke's typical circuit design, it's hard to deny that Sepang was a standout. It was bold, modern, and unlike most of his other work, genuinely beloved. While Malaysia's motorsport history dates back to the 60s, we're going to zero in on the Sepang era, the golden stretch from 1999 to 2017. Back in the 1990s, the Malaysian government launched a wave of massive infrastructure projects. One of their crown jewels? A cutting-edge race circuit that would rival anything else in the world. The location? Roughly 45 minutes outside Kuala Lumpur. Tilke was hired, construction broke ground in 1997, and by March 1999, the Sepang International Circuit was ready for action. With 15 corners and a 5.5-kilometer layout, Sepang offered a little bit of everything. Slow technical sections, rapid high-speed corners, and wide straights that invited bold overtakes. Corners like turns 5 and 6, taken flat out, push drivers to their physical limits with intense G-forces and tricky elevation shifts. It wasn't just a challenge, it was a thrill to watch. The track's width was a major asset too, 20 meters at its widest point, making it one of the most overtaking-friendly layouts in F1. And for the fans? The grandstands were enormous. The main straight's canopy structure became iconic, while the K1 grandstand gave spectators panoramic views of turns 1 through 3. From its debut, Sepang didn't just look the part, it lived up to all the hype. Let's take a lap through some of Sepang's most unforgettable moments. The very first Grand Prix in 1999 featured the dramatic return of Michael Schumacher, back from a broken leg. He grabbed pole position with ease, then played the team game, handing over the lead to Eddie Irvine to help his teammates' championship push. That race would put Irvine 4 points ahead of Mika Hakkinen heading into the final showdown. Fast forward a few years. Kimi Räikkönen snagged his first win here in 2003. Jenson Button claimed his first ever podium in 2004. In 2009, monsoon-level rain brought chaos. The race was red flagged, half points were handed out, and Kimi was spotted casually eating ice cream in the garage. 2013 gave us the infamous multi-21 team orders controversy. In 2015, Sebastian Vettel scored his first win for Ferrari, igniting hopes of a new era. And in 2016, Lewis Hamilton's engine exploded mid-race, an absolutely crushing moment in his title fight with Nico Rosberg. By 2017, Max Verstappen was on the top step of the podium in what would become Malaysia's final F1 race. The curtain had quietly closed on one of F1's most dynamic venues. So, what went wrong? Sepang had the layout, the drama, and a track record of legendary races. But it lacked one crucial ingredient: people in the stands. Ticket sales had been sliding for years. The final nail came when Singapore launched its night race in 2008. Being centrally located, with the city as its backdrop and lights illuminating the streets, it instantly became a bucket list event for fans. Compared to that, Sepang, despite all of its strengths, felt distant and dated. Malaysia was pouring an estimated $67 million into hosting each race, but the return on investment just wasn't there. Sponsors pulled out, and interest continued to fade. In 2016, only around 45,000 fans attended. For a facility that could pack in more than 120,000, that was a bleak number. In 2017, attendance spiked by 65%, but only because ticket prices were slashed by 85%, and everyone knew it was their last chance to see F1 at Sepang. Originally, organizers framed it as a hiatus. They said it would be at least 5 years before F1 might return, but that door hasn't really reopened. Part of the issue was Formula One never really captured the hearts of Malaysian fans. MotoGP, on the other hand, is massive there. Motorcycles dominate the roads, and the fan culture is baked in. From a financial perspective, MotoGP made far more sense. It filled the grandstands and resonated with the local audience. And we've definitely seen this story unfold in other countries as well, as great circuits alone aren't enough. Without accessible pricing, proper promotion, and cultural buy-in, Even the best venues can't survive. Especially in newer markets, organizers have to give people a reason to show up. But at the end of the day, Sepang still holds a special place in motorsport. It's widely considered one of Tilke's best efforts, a rare blend of challenge, character, and spectacle. The track is fast, unpredictable, and always entertaining, and those massive grandstands towering over the circuit, they made every race feel like a major event.